Okay, we're in the Muskegon Ferry Terminal.
We're about to take the Lake Express ferry on its last trip of the season to Milwaukee.
They say they're very sad that it's their last run.
Yeah.
Check-in people said.
This is a nice little terminal. It's.
There's footage playing of the boat. There's a chart here of.
This chart is cool.
You can see we go from Muskegon over to Milwaukee. But these depths, I originally thought, oh, Lake Michigan's not that deep, but these depths are in fathoms in the non-shaded areas, and then in the shaded areas they're in feet.
We just looked it up and we discovered that a fathom is 6 feet.
Yeah, so it's these depths are really deep.
So like where it's 50 fathoms, it's going to be 300 feet deep. I'm seeing some like over 100s
Fathoms up here.
further up. Like
That's going to be like over 600 feet deep.
oh, man, we're going to get a lot of like Great Lakes people coming in here and talking about how great the Great Lakes are, and they're right.
It's pretty cool.
The Lake Express high-speed ferry will be docking momentarily, and the boarding process will begin soon.
By the way, most ferry companies will always say like you need to be there 90 minutes in advance or else. We got to give credit to Lake Express.
They only say that boarding ends 15 minutes before departure.
15 minutes is
Pretty
quite
generous
good.
for a ferry.
They recommend you come 45 minutes in advance. I think we came like an hour in advance just to make sure because the
Because the link that they sent for our tickets didn't work.
and I think regardless, you just show up here and check in with the person. You have to show your driver's license. That's actually, you need ID if you take this. Show it to both there's like 2 people you gotta show it to. The boat has arrived. I like how it's far wider than the dock. It kind of envelops it. Great Lakes people, can you explain to us why this route is seasonal? This is the last day on October 22nd. But it's like a really useful route also. Like if you get Google Maps directions from like Grand Rapids to Madison, I think it'll route you via this. There goes the golf cart with presumably like a checked bag service? I don't know.
Something like that.
Alright, we've been unleashed.
You don't have to feel like a pariah boarding this ferry on the car lane. You have a separate gangway.
Yeah. Oh, it's priority boarding. So they're the people who priority boarded, and now we're in general boarding.
Very important for every ferry dock to have a windsock.
This is such a good entrance. The cars get their own thing. We don't feel like pariahs for walking in traffic. It's actually kind of a cool view of the boat. Here's what the ticket looks like before we give it away.
Watch your head in the doorway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what this seat is more comfortable than?
What?
An Amtrak Venture seat, I think.
It has a much less substantial tray table.
Yeah, no, that's true. This is
This is like a Spirit
little weak tray table. Well, Spirit's
It's a little better than Spirit tray table.
The seats are a little
Wobbly.
Oh, there's a recline. Wow, that's actually
better
that's
recline
pretty substantial. That's definitely better recline than Ventures. This might be a rough ride.
Hard bags in every seat, complimentary motion sickness meds.
Yeah.
Oh, premier class.
What?
The premier class cabin.
Oh.
So you can
Wow.
pay even more.
Yeah, so how much were the tickets for this?
It was shown as like $100, but then there was like $20 of taxes and fees
God.
with each one, so it ended up being like $120 per person.
And that's just for foot passengers. Like a vehicle, I'm sure, is some other astronomical price.
Really, really, really pricey.
Which is sad because it's a really useful ferry connection. We're leaving.
Our captain for this trip is John Rogers, and our mate is Bill Harris. As required by the United States Coast Guard, we will be showing a safety video, so please pay attention. The galley will open for the purchase of food, drinks, and Wi-Fi shortly after we play.
To buy the Wi-Fi?
For those on behalf of the entire staff here at the Lake Express, we would like to once again welcome everyone on board and invite you all to relax and enjoy your crossing aboard the Lake Express, America's high-speed ferry.
Wow. America's high-speed.
America's
That's like how Wheel of Fortune is America's game.
Oh, the video is starting.
Today's high-speed Lake Michigan crossing will take approximately 2.5 hours, traveling 78 miles between Milwaukee and Muskegon.
So it looks like the Wi-Fi is password protected. When they say buy the Wi-Fi, are you just buying the password? They just give you a password?
And then you can use it for free from then on, I guess. Sunday.
Watch your step. Oh, it literally says it. Wow, it's very
Proceeding
sparse.
in the channel. I get to pretend I'm driving the boat. Just imagine me driving the boat.
This is so cool. There's paths on both sides, there's houses, there's a park, there's people watching the boat. There's a submarine museum with a submarine.
NOAA boat.
A what?
It's a NOAA boat.
What's NOAA?
National Oceanic and Atmospheric
Oh.
Administration. Like they maintain the weather buoys and all sorts of
Oh wow. Nathan, do you know which state has the most lighthouses of any state?
I can't say I do.
I believe it's Michigan.
Wow.
This is a really, really cool area with the changing trees as well. So do you think once we get past the rock wall, we're gonna let it rip?
I would think so.
I'm gonna keep it rolling because hopefully we can experience it letting it rip.
Every fast ferry has a point where they're just like, let it rip.
And it's always, because like the tension was built because we had to go through this whole channel, this long, arduous thing, but now we'll get to let it rip.
Oh, we're letting it rip.
Oh, here we go. This audio is gonna be unusable.
I gotta wait till every ferry.
Oh man, this is awesome. This would be very nice in the summer. Yeah. There is already some noticeable swaying even on a calm day, so maybe the barf bags are
Yeah, it's not
prudent.
that intense yet.
Also, the Wi-Fi costs $15.
I bet they just change the password every day or something.
It's probably just some like long
String
stream of gibberish
characters that
text.
they can just push a button and have it reset.
Just open sea now.
Open lake, we're about a third of the way across.
I'm just going to announce that I'm gonna take a nap because we didn't get much sleep last night, and I don't feel like I'm gonna miss much scenery. But if I
Still have 2 hours to go also.
yeah.
Later.
All right, so we can see that we're about 2/3 of the way across. We're on a slightly more northerly route, and there's seemingly a live view out the back or the front.
The front.
There. I'm gonna break our boat
Partake
food.
in the boat.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot.
Oh my gosh. $10 for
Ugh. Wow.
it's like practically a bagel pizza.
It's probably all downhill from here in terms of burger or the chicken sandwich. Okay, I don't think anything. They had rolled gold pretzels.
The guy was very hostile to you when you asked what brand. What do you mean it's just a bag of pretzels?
Yeah, I guess other people just don't care about pretzel brands the same way that experts
Miles
like
in
me
transit
do.
does. It's very hot.
I guess this is gonna take months to cool off.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's I mean, I guess for frozen pizza, it's like
It's okay.
pretty good, I guess, but it's not gonna blow any minds.
We have Milwaukee in sight.
Yep, you can't really tell because these windows have seen better days.
I think
but
the
it's
seas
there.
have gotten significantly calmer over the course of the trip because I'm
They
feeling
have.
a lot less motion than when we left.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
Interesting layout. 2 urinals and then 3 stalls and then 3 sinks and then... This will be my first time in Milwaukee. It actually looks really impressive from here.
It does. We're at the breakwater.
So is that what they call it when it's...
Well, that's what he called it.
This is to stop the waves from getting into the port, I guess. I like these rock barges. I don't know what they're for.
Very evocative rock barges.
What are they evoking?
A sense of security and firmness.
Bye guys, have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go to the bus.
Yeah, which is, I think in itself, like a 15-minute walk away. This terminal is more pedestrian accessible than the other one in that there's actually a sidewalk.
There's still not transit that's very close by. Although it looks like it's a very fancy neighborhood of Milwaukee. The
Yeah.
terminal is in.
I got a shot on the Uber we took to Muskegon of like just how weird that little entrance was, like in an industrial area.
It was very hard to find. They had to have a bunch of signs telling you where to go for the ferry.
Oh, these geese are really pooping up a storm. All right, is this where we do our debrief of the Lake Express?
Yeah.
Which was also the name of the boat, which is kind of
That's
lame.
the name of the ferry service. They couldn't call it like the Barbara J or something to that effect.
It's interesting because it's way too expensive.
It's way too expensive. I don't think it's worth it.
But
it's not like
yeah.
that nice for how expensive it is.
No.
You can just drive through Chicago and not that long.
I mean, one of these days we got to do the one in Manitowoc to Ludington that uses a coal-fired one that
has
actually
novelty
saves more
value.
time too.
This one is, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be taking it again anytime soon.
I'm trying to think if there's anything funny we can do. Guys, I'm so ahead on videos right now, but that does mean that the credits will be out of date maybe by the time this comes out. So if your name didn't show up, I love you.